So unfortunately, when Carlos from the channel Brooklyn Fragrance Lover passed away, he actually did leave his legacy behind in this fragrance bottle here, and that is Redbrook Parfums. So I'm so excited and happy to actually have part of him in this bottle here in my collection, because this was a limited launch and they only made 1,000 of them. So I'm so excited to actually smell this for the first time and do an unboxing for you guys here. So let's get right into this. Hey, what's going on guys? Hunter here and welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. And if you are new, what I do is I make fragrance related content. So if you love fragrances, definitely smash that subscribe button down below. And yeah, that is correct guys. We're gonna be doing an unboxing and first impression of this limited launch from Carlos from the channel Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. It was a collaboration with Carlos and Steven over at Redolessence. Now, like I said, Carlos actually did unfortunately pass away about a year ago. And I guess they worked on this fragrance for 2 years. And right after he passed, they actually launched this one and they actually completed it. And I'm actually happy that Steven went ahead and launched this fragrance because many people loved Carlos. They were probably many people's favorite fragrance YouTuber, for instance. And he actually inspired me to start a YouTube channel as well. I used to love watching him years before this channel became active. He's been in the community for, I don't know how long he's been making videos, but probably around like 8 years or so, I think. And one memory is I loved watching his niche or designer videos when they would like take shots of alcohol when they actually missed it. That was just such fun times and it's so enjoyable to watch those. But yeah, unfortunately he did pass away a year ago, I believe. And I did know that this fragrance was launching, but I was actually too late to it. Once I checked it out, it was all sold out. And like I said, they only made 1,000 units of this. So it's kind of like a collectible item now. I actually purchased mine from, or actually swapped it for this and another fragrance in the Facebook marketplace. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, but that's where we do like trades, swaps, they sell stuff there, things like that. So if you're looking to try to get your hands on this one, it is of course sold out. So definitely try the Facebook marketplace and see if you can get it. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. Of course, it says Redbrook Parfums Underground Edition, which is obviously like the launch edition, so to say. This is a 100 ml bottle and it is an eau de parfum concentration. Then on the back, just pretty much the same information, nothing on the top sides or the bottom. But here, which I think is very cool, you actually get this card. Let me take the card out. I'll actually read this to you guys, but here's the card. So on this side, it actually has like, I don't know if that's like an outline of New York City, which this is inspired by. Of course, I believe they both lived in New York, Steven and Carlos, but this bottle here is actually numbered 167 out of 1,000. So this is actually one of the first ones that they launched, that the guy actually purchased it, so to say, on pre-order. But let's go ahead and read this for you guys here. It actually says, the veins of New York City run underground and transport the lifeblood of the metropolis. This energy is inspiration behind the collaboration among creative directors, Steven, do not know how to pronounce your last name, Steven, if you're watching this, from Redolessence, and Carlos J. Powell from Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. And the fragrance experts at the Society of Scent, so I'm assuming that's who actually made this and put it together. The brightness of tangerine and ginger captures the spirit of those who breathe vitality into the community. Pink pepper adds its unspoken mystery and aurora of intrigue. The composition beautifully concludes with the robustness of patchouli and the vigor of Haitian vetiver. A seductive finish of sultry vanilla, Sir Absolute, and chocolate create allure and incite a state of olfactory bliss. We thank you for being a part of our journey, underground or otherwise. This limited edition of 1,000 bottles is a tribute to my friend Carlos, who passed away right after we had finished this labor of love. And just before we were able to share it with the world, this is his legacy, the fragrance community, and it is my honor to present it to you. So I'm obviously assuming Steven from Redolessence wrote this. That is awesome, guys. I love that message from him. And yeah, rest in peace to Carlos. I'm sure he would be so happy that this actually came to life, so to say. And it is in people's collections that loved him and looked up to him as a fragrance reviewer and creator. But here is the bottle. The bottle is very elegant. It's in like this matte black bottle. I don't think you can see inside of it either. Obviously Redbrook Parfums. And then on the bottom, just some information and probably a batch code maybe, I don't know. yeah, no batch code, which obviously probably not since it's only one fragrance. I don't know if this house or whoever made this actually makes other fragrances. And then nothing on the back. Now, the cap is sort of like a plastic, but that does not matter. And it doesn't click into place, but it does sit, maybe not so snugly, so do not pick it up out of the cap. I was gonna say it does, but then it was slipping, so I don't wanna break your bottle. But yeah, let's go ahead. I'm gonna spray this on my forearm. I actually do have a fragrance up here I've been testing, so let's go ahead and see what we pick up with Redbrook Parfums. And by the way, Redbrook actually means red for redolessence and brook for Brooklyn fragrance lover. So I think that is cool that they came up with that name. That is very, very clever. So let's go ahead and spray this here. Check out the atomizer. Decent atomizer, gets the job done. Not the best, but no big deal. Now, I actually got this bottle, like I said, in the Facebook Marketplace, and I believe it's like 95% full, he said, so that is nice. All right, let's see what we get from Redbrook Parfums. Whoa. Okay, that's actually very different. So in the opening, you do get that tangerine, guys, and a gin, like a bitter ginger. Wow, okay. Very green too. Not citrusy at all. I was kind of expecting, I don't know. I guess I don't really know the notes besides what's listed on this card. I don't think this is actually launched on FragHunter. I think I looked it up to add to my collection, and I didn't find it, so couldn't look the notes up there. But yeah, very, very green. Probably from the patchouli. It's not like an earthy patchouli though. It's kind of like a green fresh. It's very like a fresh green fragrance in the opening. So I definitely give it points for being unique. Now, obviously I don't want to hate on the fragrance because what it stands for, it was a creation from Carlos, who passed away, and Redolessence. Now, when I watched the review, of this from Redolessence like a year ago when it first came out. I think he said something like, him and Carlos are completely different people as far as I think what they like in fragrances. So when they made this, it's kind of like a mix of what Carlos liked and a mix of what Steven liked. So maybe some things don't go together. I think one of them don't like chocolate in the fragrance, but there's chocolate in this one. So I think that is pretty cool. Yeah, wow, okay. Yeah, just very heavy on tangerine, guys. This is, I don't know if I'm really digging the opening, to be honest with you. I mean, I appreciate it for what it is. The opening of it is unlike anything I've ever smelled. And the tangerine is very heavy, and you have that ginger as well too. I'm not a huge fan of the note of ginger at all. So that might be why, if you guys like ginger, you might like this one. That opening is throwing me off a little bit. I want to know how this dries down into being like more like patchouli, chocolatey fragrance. I'm very curious. I heard this get compared to Tom Ford's Black Orchid, which I just got a bottle of Black Orchid in my collection this month, which I absolutely love that fragrance. It was obviously Tom Ford's first creation, but we're getting off topic there. But as far as being similar to Tom Ford Black Orchid, I'm not getting the similarities at all, at least in the opening. Maybe as it dries down, if you start getting that chocolate patchouli, it might turn into being similar. Yeah, definitely is gonna be a spring fragrance, just because it's so green, from the opening at least. Yeah, okay, I don't know if I can get behind that opening, guys, unfortunately. I wanted to love this one just because it's Carlos' creation, and he put a lot of effort in this fragrance, but it's not blowing me away. I'm gonna be upfront and honest with you guys. I don't know if it's like the mixture between ginger and the tangerine, might be, but yeah, it's not very juicy. It just smells fresh, almost like almost like fresh air, like maybe like New York air. It's maybe coming across kind of like that. Yeah. As far as seasons, like I said, it's definitely gonna be a spring fragrance, but I don't think the note of chocolate works great in the springtime, so maybe it will like fall more like spring, fall. not summer, it's not aquatic, it's not very citrusy. It's just like a very airy, very green. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And it's not changing so much from the opening so far. And it's been a couple minutes so far. I don't know if it's gonna be like a complex fragrance or become very linear. I would assume it's not gonna be linear just from the note breakdown. What's it say on here actually? It says, like I said, the tangerine, the ginger, it has pink pepper. I'm not getting any spiciness at all. No pepperness. Vetiver, okay. That might be what I'm getting, is that that green kind of fresh vetiver. Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely picking up on the vetiver. It's crazy how you can start like naming the notes and start, okay, yeah, I do smell that once you're actually looking at the note breakdown. Chocolate, obviously, vanilla. I'm not getting no chocolate or vanilla. Which, there you go, that's the opposites right there. You have vanilla and chocolate. It's like, okay, do you like chocolate more or do you like vanilla more? So that's probably where Steven and Carlos came into play. One of them probably likes vanilla more than one chocolate. All right, so I'm very curious how this is gonna dry down. But yeah, the vetiver, that is what I'm smelling. But it's not like a vetiver you get in like Redbrook Parfums vetiver or Guerlain vetiver or even like Lalique's Encre Noir Extreme vetiver. It's very different. It's just very earthy. Or not earthy, just very airy. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, I'm getting more of the tangerine, somewhat ginger, and the vetiver in this. All right, yeah, very unique fragrance. I don't have anything in my entire collection that smells even remotely similar to that opening, so I definitely give props to that. Let me see if it smells different from the cap. Smells different from the cap. It smells more warm from the cap, guys. That's interesting. So I don't know if it's just my skin. Obviously, skin chemistry does play a huge factor in fragrances. No fragrance is gonna smell the same on your skin. What it will smell the same on is the paper and the atomizer. So I can definitely see where this is gonna start to lead as it dries down. I love vanilla fragrances. I love patchouli fragrances. Vetiver fragrances, somewhat it depends on the vetiver, of course. Ginger, not so much. Tangerine, I'm indifferent to that note. Yeah, I can definitely smell more of the vanilla, maybe a chocolate accord to it. But that's gonna wrap up the first impression of Redbrook Parfums. Let me know down below if you got your hands on this limited edition collector's item in your collection, or if you've ever smelled a sample of it or anything like that. But that's gonna wrap it up. Leave a like if you did enjoy the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch all you guys in the next upload. Take care, everybody.